there, everybody. It's Mike DeLisio with another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Museum Pictura, coming to us from Holy Grail Games. 2 to 4 players in about an hour. This is a follow-up to the game Museum, and so it's not really like, it's not an expansion, it's a standalone game kind of with a very similar theme. Take on the role of an aspiring art curator in Museum Pictura, set during the Roaring '20s. A set collection Euro game, easy to learn, hard to master. 180 individually illustrated painting cards. All right, well, I was a fan of the original, am a fan of the original Museum game, and so I'll be kind of curious to see what this brings to the table, how it kind of changes that core game experience. The original Museum was also a set collection game. So let's take a look inside here. Here we've got our rule book. All right. We've got our table of contents here. Our illustrated setup. Here we go. Aim of the game. You are trying to create collections of beautiful paintings in the galleries of your establishment. You'll be taking painting cards of different genres and periods and exhibiting them onto your museum board. You'll also be trying to attract famous patrons. So the player's turn's divided into 2 phases, acquisition phase and the action phase. During the acquisition phase, you'll be taking new cards from the market before exchanging one with the International Museum. So draw 2 cards, draw 2 painting cards. You then must exchange a card. They talk about trend cards here. And then they've got the action phase. One of the following actions. You can improve your museum by exhibiting them, or open a temporary exhibition in order to score, or perform an inventory in order to take the painting cards back from your discard, and then a number of free actions that you can take. And then they go into more detail about each of those particular actions that you can take. All right. And then at the end of your turn, check your hand size, check your prestige score, and if you are 50 points or more, you've set off the end of the game. Talk about the end of the round and the end of the game there. All right, along with some examples of scoring for the game as well. Here's an appendix talking about the different cards and other rewards here. All right. Player boards, your museum boards. All right, so in the different player colors, here you've got the Museum of Art of New York. All right. These are very similar to the player boards in the original Museum game. These are just, player colors. This is Paris, just for thematic text. They've got the different museums. This is a place where I'm assuming you're going to be displaying mini-sized cards. Got a bit of cardboard here. This is nice and thick cardboard. Seems very nice, very thick and tactile. Here's our main board. All right. I'll kind of just do a little slide along here. See, this will be a place to keep cards, other places to display cards, and a score tracker around the outside. And then what the game is primarily going to be made up of, which are these large cards and some mini cards here. So I've got the minis here close by. Let's look through some of these. Just so you can get an idea of kind of the, oops, sorry about bumping the camera, and I did it again. I'm a menace. All right. I think these are the trend cards, they called them. These are very clear, simple iconography, some points that go along with it. These look to be like some type of goals you're trying to go for, would be my guess there, and that's only a guess. I don't think there's anything quite like trend cards in the original Museum game, so I don't really have a frame of reference there. I think we've got some patrons here. All right. I believe these are patrons that give you some type of boon, it looks like, and some points. assuming they're looking for particular things, and if you meet those, these are I'm making assumptions here, but that would seem to make some sense. Okay, so those are the mini-sized cards that we've got in the game, and there are a whole lot of those. Then we've got even more of the large cards. Most of those are going to be the museum cards. So I'm going to not go through all of these because there's a lot of them, but I do want to show off some of them because the art is going to be, a huge part of this game. So these are Impressionist art cards, okay? Toulouse-Lautrec, Renoir, Manet, Cézanne, Gauguin. I'm doing my best to pronounce these. Van Gogh. Very cool. Let's find... We've got Renaissance art here. Let's look at the different styles. Let's look at least a couple from each of the different art styles. So we've got some Renaissance paintings here. All right, what the heck? We're gonna kind of just look through. We'll look through them. I wasn't planning on looking through all of them, but this is really the meat of the game here. So we've got Hieronymus Bosch here in Renaissance art. Bruegel. I am not an art major by any means. Da Vinci. I'm familiar with many of these names. Albrecht Dürer. I am familiar with him. I had to teach about him in world history. Michelangelo, of course. Buonarroti. Raphael. So we're getting a lot of the Ninja Turtles here, not all of them. I'll wrap these back up afterwards. Here's some Rococo. Also the name of a game. Canaletto. Not familiar with that artist. Fragonard. Okay, so apparently I'm very ignorant to the Rococo period. Hogarth. Piazzetta. I'm not familiar with any of these artists. Sebastiano Ricci. Or Ricci. I'm not sure how you would pronounce that. Tiepolo. Yeah, see, I'm glad that I wouldn't be tested on Rococo art because I would fail miserably. Romanticism. Okay. Delacroix. Not familiar. I'm going to stop saying what I was familiar with the first couple of packs. All right. Goya. Okay, I'm familiar with Goya. No, don't know anything about no Géricault. William Blake. Jacques-Louis David. Nah. Okay, but I appreciate it. Oh, we have one more. Baroque. We got Baroque hiding down here. Caravaggio. Georges de la Tour. Rembrandt. Hey, there's one I know. Peter Paul Rubens. Familiar with them. Diego Velázquez. Johannes Vermeer. All right, well, if you are a fan of art, if you're a fan of museums, if you're a fan of set collection, all of the above, this is a game that's probably going to have some appeal to you. If you've played the original Museum, this is a game that is likely going to have some appeal to you, unless you just didn't like Museum. This is Museum Pictura. Thank you for watching another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing.